Gang, what's up? It's Trollbot.EXE, and welcome back to Trollbot Studios. So, where to even begin? Oh yeah, the copyright strike I received. Yes, you have heard me. The Shogun himself has gotten the copyright strike. Luckily for me, I answered a couple of questions, and the video that got taken down, The History of Metal Heroes Part 4, will be available to watch again as of December 12th, so look out for that date. And while I don't know exactly what got me in trouble, there are a surprisingly small number of candidates. It's either from Jan Person or Blue SWAT. Also, I decided to get a nifty new intro, as you may have heard in the beginning of the video. So, what am I doing today? I am doing the 4th episode of the Hall of Menaces. And today, I am covering Goku's biggest hater, Broly. The original DBZ version, not Dragon Ball Super's version. More specifically, the Broly from Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan and Broly's Second Coming. From his birth all the way to his death. So, let's begin the trial with Exhibit A. Alright. So we begin our story at a picnic with everybody except for Goku and Chi-Chi, who are busy getting Gohan into a school. And a highlight of the picnic is Krillin's wonderful singing. Thankfully, that gets interrupted as a spaceship touches down, revealing Paragus, who warns everybody about the legendary Super Saiyan that apparently only Vegeta can defeat. Paragus also wants to rebuild the Saiyan race, even though none of his subordinates are Saiyans. But Paragus already got to Vegeta, and Vegeta now sees another challenge. So Vegeta gets on board, and a lot of people run after him. However, King Kai notifies Goku that somebody is tearing up the South Galaxy. Naturally, Goku teleports to King Kai. And the funniest thing is, it's in the middle of an interview with the school. So, you can imagine their reaction. Goku is notified of the threat, and after a meal, teleports to the South Galaxy. And he sees the wreckage of a planet. So, everybody else arrives on New Planet Vegeta, because the old planet Vegeta was destroyed by Frieza, as I talked about in episode 3. After liberating some Shamoians, that's what they're called, from some slave masters, Krillin throws out a punch in celebration and Goku teleports right into the punch. So you're probably asking, hey yo, where Broly at? Well, Paragus introduces everyone to Broly, and the moment Broly saw Goku, he was livid. Like, Paragus had to use his crown in order to restrain Broly from hurting anyone. Then, later on during the night, Broly decides to show up like, what's good? Now run them buckets! And then proceeds to start fighting Goku, and also tearing up the room in the process. Like, just imagine that, you're sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, this big buff guy comes in and wants to run your fade. Like, okay then. They start fighting, and after a while, Goku causes Broly to bleed, but he just licks the blood, grossing out Goku. Then Broly decides to start powering up, and Goku recognizes this as the energy he was following, resulting in Paragus having to use his crown in order to suppress Broly. We then find out Broly's backstory. Broly hates Goku for guess what? Crying in the nursery when they were infants. Also, they were born on the same day. Problem was, Goku had a power level of 2, while Broly had a power level of 10,000. Do you know what that means? That means he could beat everybody in the Saiyan saga save Goku and Vegeta. And considering that he had that power level as an infant, that is just impressive. So, after Planet Vegeta was destroyed, we are shown that Broly always was chasing after that fade, as Broly was destroying cities, and even punched Paragus so hard that he lost his eye. So, Paragus hires a scientist named Krang. Yes, he's named after Zack Krang. They even share similar appearances. So he hires Krang to create a mind control device for Broly, which is the crown that we see in the film. When first testing it out on Broly, despite Paragus activating the device, Broly still almost kills him. Paragus at that moment realizes that with controlling Broly, he kinda has his own personal nuke, and that no one would be able to stand in his way. And after Goku reveals to everybody that Broly is a legendary Super Saiyan, Trunks tells Vegeta that everything that Paragus has been saying was all a ruse. And Paragus confirms it, saying that new Planet Vegeta is basically worthless to him, and that the only reason he selected that planet was because Comet Komori was coming to destroy it. So by having everybody on New Vegeta, once Komori comes, it would wipe out all of his enemies. Paragus then reveals that he actually has been eyeing Earth as a new home planet for the Saiyans. And with his greatest enemies out of the way, Paragus would rule the universe. That did not exactly go out as planned, as when he sends Roy to attack, Broly transforms into his legendary Super Saiyan form and proceeds to run everybody's fade. Broly committed one of the worst reverse jumpings I have ever seen. Just look at this. Just look at it. Also, Broly's hands are ready to eat for everybody, given how much he beat up Gohan. He left Gohan hanging on the side of a building. So, everybody then had to channel their energy to Goku to not create a spirit bomb, but to punch Broly in the chest so hard that he explodes. And also the comet destroys the planet, but everybody ends up escaping okay. Yeah, this actually happens in the film. So, that was the end of Exhibit A. And now, on to Exhibit B. So, 7 years later, Goku has died. Trunks has returned to his timeline. But Broly ended up landing on Earth because he escaped in a space pod, and he was knocked unconscious and covered in the lake of crystal, where Goten, Trunks, and Videl are looking for Dragon Balls. And Goten starts to cry because Videl won't give him an apple. And that wakes Broly up. So, Broly starts collecting fades once again until Gohan shows up. And the beating that Gohan received, Gohan has to have some form of PTSD from this man. He was probably thinking, here we go again, once he saw Broly. Also, why didn't anybody else show up? They probably thought that Gohan had it in the bag. But While Broly was about to destroy Earth, Gohan and Goten tried to counter his Omega Blaster with their own Kamehamehas, and then the spirit of Goku comes in to help the two, and Broly was vanquished once and for all. So, has Broly passed the test? Yes! From the hands being rated E for everybody, to literally using Goku as a trampoline, to being so dangerous that his father had to place him under mind control. Yeah, with that third one, there's not really much I can say, Chief. He's in. And yet, for this next episode, we are covering a menace far beyond that. He's possibly even more of a menace than Kid Buu, but I'll leave that in next episode. But in the meantime, later fools.
大気が轟き風がうなるそれはそうそれは